Harley Quinn is one of the coolest and most popular characters in the DC universe. She's also one of the most dangerous characters. Although, as is the case with almost everyone, there are some villains that are more dangerous than she is, and that is what we're going to talk about today. Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome to Top 10 Nerd. I'm your host David Raff, and today we are going to be talking about the top 10 supervillains more dangerous than Harley Quinn. Now, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to Top 10 Nerds so you never miss one nerdy moment. Alright, with all that being said, let's get started. Number 10, Poison Ivy. Pamela Isley was a biochemist who eventually ended up becoming the superpowered villain known as Poison Ivy. She is one of Batman's recurring villains, although they have teamed up from time to time. It happens. But aside from that, Poison Ivy is just very powerful. She's immune to almost all forms of toxins and poisons. She can also just poison people with plants, or even just from her skin. Like if someone comes in contact with her, she can poison them with just a touch. Pamela can also control all forms of plant life, making them do whatever she wants. Which, I mean, if you're in a forest or a jungle, or heck, even a greenhouse, that would just be a really dangerous place to be. Number 9, Catwoman. Selena Kyle is someone that even Batman can't seem to figure out. She consistently goes back and forth between the good side and the bad side. I mean, she even knows how to mess with Batman, who people call the world's greatest detective. Now, aside from that, she's also a very, very skilled fighter. She has taken on people with powers and won, and even, she's even given Batman a run for his money. No one can predict what she's going to do. And with everything else that's been mentioned, instantly makes her super dangerous. Number 8, Reverse Flash. Speedsters are just dangerous in general. Luckily, there are a lot of good ones, like the Flash. But there are also a lot of bad ones, like Reverse Flash, aka Eobard Thawne. Speedsters can not only just run super fast, but they can travel to alternate Earths, or even back or forward in time. Now, if a non-speedster gets into a fight with a speedster, it usually doesn't end well for the non-powered person. Although, there are instances where someone with no powers has actually beaten one, but it's very rare. And Eobard is super just friggin' scary and is also thinking 10 steps ahead of everyone. Number 7, Talia al Ghul. Talia is the daughter of Ra's al Ghul, or if you call him Ra's al Ghul, and has a long time on and off again relationship with Bruce Wayne, aka Batman. I mean, they even had a son together, Damian Wayne. But, back to my main point, Talia is one of the most dangerous people in DC. And she doesn't even have any powers. She is just incredibly skilled, and not only in fighting, but manipulation. She's great at getting what she wants. And back to the fighting aspect, she was trained by Ra's and that automatically shows how good she is. I mean, she can hold her own against all of the best fighters in DC. And if she were to go up against Harley, Talia would have no problem taking her down. Number 6, the Joker. The Joker and Harley Quinn have a long and complicated relationship. I mean, the Joker has been around a long time, and fun fact, Harley was actually just created during, the animated TV show. But she became so popular that she was out of the comics. She was someone who was, studying the Joker, and he ended up turning her into what she is today. Harley, though, has proved that she doesn't always need the Joker. I mean, she has headlined her own comic series, movie, and even TV series. But the reason Joker's on this list is because he is partly responsible for turning her into what she is, and that is a very dangerous thing indeed. Number 5, Blackfire. Blackfire is the older sister of Teen Titans member Starfire. She has a ton of abilities, like super strength, healing, stamina, etc. Basically almost all the powers of her sister, except flight. She once could fly, but lost that ability due to a strange illness. Now, Blackfire became a big villain for the Titans, and her story is super interesting. She was basically next in line for the throne, but everyone kind of loved her younger sister more than her. I mean, clearly she was a bit unhinged because she became evil, but seeing everyone love your sister so much more than you doesn't really help that. Number 4, Enchantress. I think a lot of people are a lot more familiar with Enchantress after 2016 Suicide Squad film. June Moon has the ability to turn into the sorceress known as Enchantress by simply saying Enchantress. She also has a wide array of abilities like teleportation, healing, flight, fire control, spells, and telepathy. She's one of the most powerful magic users that DC has. And she's also a little bit crazy, which makes her very unpredictable. And if someone is crazy and unpredictable with those abilities, that makes her a dangerous and scary combination. Number 3, Doomsday. I mean, the dude is just dangerous. Everyone knows it. I mean, he killed Superman, which not a lot of people can say. Now, the death of Superman's story, whether you like it or you hate it, is a big deal. It changed the comic world forever. A lot of people think for the worse because Superman ended up coming back, and then that opened the door for characters to die and just come back as many times as they want. Regardless, it was a massive success in terms of sales. Killing Superman was something that seemed impossible up to that point. So the fact that Doomsday was actually able to do it just automatically makes him one of the most dangerous people in the whole universe. Number 2, the Anti-Monitor. The dude that started the Crisis on Infinite Earths. One of the coolest comic crossover events in the history of comics. It was amazing. Not only did it take heroes on the main Earth to stop him, but multiple Earths. This event brought different versions of the characters we love into the fight and tried to save every world. Of course, it didn't work out perfectly for them. They ended up stopping the Anti-Monitor, but a lot of Earths were destroyed, and some merged together to make one. Just, you know, as a way to kind of simplify the DC continuity. The Anti-Monitor is just super dangerous and deserves to be high up on this list. There is actually a lot of debate as to who is more powerful, the Anti-Monitor or the next person on this list, which of course leads us to number 1, Darkseid. This one is a no-brainer. Darkseid is basically more dangerous than everyone in the DC universe. That is why he's so feared. When he shows up, it's an all-hands-on-deck kind of situation. Everyone needs to step up to stop him. I mean, just look at how many heroes and sometimes villains are needed to actually stop him. Superman is insanely powerful and has even been tossed around by Darkseid on multiple occasions. You can just throw him like he's just playing with a toy. I mean, just look what he did to everyone during Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. It was crazy, but crazy cool. Hopefully, one of these days we can actually see him in live action. Oh man, that would just be the day. Seeing the Justice League take on Darkseid on the big screen. I just get chills even thinking about it. Alright, there you have it guys. The top 10 supervillains more dangerous than Harley Quinn. What does your list look like? Let us know down in the comments below and, show some love by hitting that like button and subscribing to Top 10 Nerd. I'm your host, Dave Raff, and thank you so much for watching.